one of you.
I want you to deal with your problems by becoming rich.
This is my home. They're gonna need a wrecking ball to take me out of here.
Good timing, everybody, whether it's morning, evening, or anywhere in between. Welcome to unRekt Traders. Today we're taking a look at Bitcoin, currently on the machine. We do have a new monthly and a new weekly. New monthly candle, you know, really nothing has really changed too much on the monthly levels. We're still looking at price coming down to the support level of the 100, which we've been looking for quite some time now, really. Basically, well, I guess it hasn't been that long, but basically since July, really, for price to come down. We had a nice wick candle here, filling in the imbalance of this candle, but we still have imbalances down here as well, or at least the shelf at 31.5. But as of now, we're not going to even talk about this, but support does want to, you know, price will want to come down to support here, 46.5. The possible target on the 20 hasn't been hit at 44,100. So we can see that 20 white has come into that range area. So this is the target area. And then we also have the 50, which is really a support and resistance level right now, because it's kind of just sitting right at that 100 level. So even though it is saying that it does want to come to that 38,200, let's just worry about price getting to here first, and then we'll see if it rebounds, pushes back up to resistance, and then continues to the downward direction. But, you know, overall, we are looking for this as our support and our target level, with maybe a wick to that 20. On the weekly, we do have a new weekly as well. Weekly candle open up below the resistance of the 100 here, which is yellow. We're also in the 200. So the 200, 100 have come into that range, basically saying that price wants to come down to these target levels. So the mean reversion is in effect, and that's at that 38,900 level. We do have some decent support here as well on this little shelf before we actually came down into there. So it is very possible that price, you know, just continues in the sideways direction. 100 and 200 just slowly work their way up over the next few months. It's kind of like a little direction like that, as price just slowly works its way down to it and then meets at the top of this shelf, which would be 45,000. On the 3-day, pretty much the same. You know, we're in that slow bearish trend to the downward direction. Nice liquidity sitting at the 50,000 range. Coming up to that 100 moving average, which is the yellow here. Decent support. 50 kind of going back into trend. So we could see price coming into that 100. We'll see if it holds one more time or if it does actually break. If it does break, then odds are we'll take out this liquidity, coming to the 3.2 and then pushing back up to that 100 before coming to the 200 at 41,000, let's say 42,000. On the daily, oops. On the daily, right now it does say possible target on the 50 aqua here at 61,900. Odds are it will likely push up a bit, at least up to this 20 and the 10 here. And we'll see if these do hold. They're nice and tight, sitting on support. So everything more or less is sitting on support. It'll just be a matter, does it go into trend or does it push up to the upper direction and then bring us back up to the 62,000 range, or at least to the 60,000. On the 4-hour, get a little better picture. So we do have the 10, the 20 moving up into that upper direction. So basically coming up into, it isn't there yet. We are in trend. But odds are it will likely push us up to that 58 for sure. Maybe up into the 20. And then we'll see from there how high it actually wants to go. And if we can actually get above that 100. However, the 3.2 sitting at that 100. So it's going to be very strong resistance at the 60,500 level. Let's take a look at the Nexus here. We do have a new monthly and weekly on the Nexus as well. Now the Bitcoin Nexus monthly has been hit already. I'm going to come into a smaller time frame so we can see it better. So the daily itself, the daily is a bearish daily, looking for a continuation of that downward direction. However, we have already taken out that previous day low, and we're kind of just sitting within the previous day low and the monthly range, trying to break above or come down. Now the pivot on the daily itself is still naked, even though the range was hit at 57.8. And then let me get rid of the daily here so we can not see it anymore. As you can see, the monthly came directly into it. And if we look at the previous month is to the downward direction. So we look for continuation to the downward direction until the upper range actually gets broken. Once that upper range gets broken at 58.5, then we start looking up into what are the next levels. Now we do have a naked weekly sitting at 59.6 with the lower range probably in around that upper quasi range. I can't see it just because it's being buried by the monthly. And then once we get, if we do break above that weekly range, which would be at 60,800, then we run into resistance from the previous month at 61.8. Now we could say that we still have a little bit of liquidity, or sorry, imbalance candle here. So we did push up here, coming in, filling in the imbalance at this part. However, we do still have a little bit here, which would bring us pretty much to the resistive range of the previous weekly as well. So again, we have tons of resistance sitting in here at 61,800. However, price is going to want to gravitate towards the weekly, or at least the lower level at 58.5 or to this 59.6. Now I believe it was 60,500, 61,000 that price wanted to go to for one of the targets on the machine, and that would kind of take us to that up into this kind of resistive area. Now if we do stay bearish, which I think we likely will once we kind of come up into this range, we've already taken out the previous week low. So basically what we're looking for is price coming down, and in all reality, you know, it really wants to get to that previous month low at 49.5, take out that previous month low or to the monthly S1, and then from there we'll see how bearish it actually wants to be, or will it continue or start kind of moving up into that upper direction. So it does technically have a week to come up and tag the weekly target. If it doesn't tag it this one, then higher chance for the next week. And then after that, we're looking at about 4 ranges for it to kind of come up. So, but I do think we'll gravitate up into here, find our resistive area, and then from there push down into this previous month low. All right, so that's what I got for Bitcoin. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, hit the like and subscribe. It helps the channel, helps me know that you guys are watching it. And we'll see you guys in the next one. God bless.
Visit unRekt.me and download our free powerful indicators. And join our community of traders in our Discord server and get full access to the Machine Suite Indicators, the Nexus Suite Indicators, and the Nexus Screener.